So we got a video by Riff says we got another Gamergate situation. Just know this company just likes ruining your games. Like they're not even trying to improve the game, trying to expand on the game. They're just trying to go in your game, just anything you love in general, and just change it completely. So let's get into it. It's gonna get sad.
What's up, guys? Rip here. So this ongoing Gamergate situation continues to get even crazier because today we have some bizarre updates to go over. Now, what began as a simple Steam curation group has evolved into something much, much bigger. Now, we've seen groups like the Anti-Defamation League come out and take advantage of this situation to claim that there is an extremism threat among gamers. In fact, it's not just journalists and other members of the gaming industry trying to villainize gamers. It turns out, as people dig more into companies like Sweetbaby Inc., they're discovering some of the people they are affiliated with, including some federally
So
funded
basically, they expect us
organizations
to just
and
buy the
initiatives.
games, play the games, get mad, say some extremist stuff. Like go to the extreme, like say some racist, homophobic, fem- just misogynist stuff. They expect us to do that. Like, come on, just give us a good game. That's all we want. Just that.
That are trying to research and protect against extremism among
We always we were
gamers.
joking.
I wish I was joking, but this rabbit hole goes very, very deep. Now we're going to return to an effort named Take This. We talked about them in our previous video involving Gamergate. This is a nonprofit that claims that they are trying to decrease stigma and increase support for mental health in games.
That's what Doug
However,
did try.
people got much more
That's what Doug
concerned
tried to do with women, but hey, it didn't work out, bro.
when they saw the director make a direct statement about Gamergate 2 and some of the dangers that lie among gamers and the threats they pose to members of the industry. And things would get even weirder when people went to their website and discovered that they are fully funded by a grant from the Department of Homeland
This is
Security.
this works
Yes,
for is possible by a grant from the Department of Homeland Security. Like like it's in the name grant, but you see a non-profit. Like you can't just play around with your words like that. Come on, bro. You literally yes.
there are American tax dollars being used in the name of Homeland Security to investigate gamers. Yes, this is crazy. But that's just the tip of the iceberg here because people have also discovered another related initiative called the Extremism and Gaming Research Network, which is a website here you can see that says they're working together to uncover how malign actors exploit gaming to build resilience in gaming communities to online harms and to discover new ways to use gaming for good. And in their mandate, you can see that they're doing this to prevent extremism among gamers with a collaboration among private sector actors as well as policymakers. This is a very, very deep seated effort here to combat this supposed extremism threat in
I
the
don't understand
gaming
why. I really
sphere.
don't. They just like
Well,
let's stop.
as people like Cabrutus, the leader and creator of the Steam group Sweet Baby Inc. detected, they have made this statement saying, something's brewing. They
Yeah.
are scrubbing numerous pages correlated to the government involvement. If possible, please share this message and a bunch of
Don't know the
content creators
first guy.
covering this.
Don't know the second guy. Think stick boy might know. Sound familiar. Don't know that one. Don't know that one. Madam say sounds familiar. Yellow Flash guy, know him. Asmund Gold, we all know him. Don't know. D-Day Cobra, don't know him. The Corner, no. Gundam is here, I know him. Know him. Ordinary Gamers, know him. Yeah, already know him. Rev says, I'm watching him. Elon Musk. Don't know him. I don't know.
Situation are tagged. So what he's referring to is this tab on the EGR
Okay.
N website. This is an archived version of their website where if you clicked on members, the members tab, you would see what being a member is all about. And you would also see a detailed breakdown of all of the individual members that are a part of this initiative, including many professors, researchers, and people with backgrounds in counterterrorism. Now, if you go to their institutional members list, you can see a whole host of organizations, including universities, counterterrorism organizations,
Take
international
this.
organizations, and curiously, you'll see Take This listed under that
It's
tab.
unavailable
Well, if you go
because
to
why?
visit
I
that
don't know
website now
why
and you
that
go
they found out that they're funded by governments from taxes. So basically, yeah, you know now.
to the members tab, you get an error 404 message. This website in their members tab has been
Mhm.
untouched for nearly 3 years that this initiative
Because
has
that's
been
the thing.
listed on
Once
this
you
website.
chill,
But
once you ruin
suddenly, over the
someone's
past couple
escape,
of days,
that's when that's when you just get their full rage. Because the point of an escape is just to have fun and just cool down. If you just take that away, now you just ain't have angry people to deal with. And you don't want to deal with that. Great. Now you just dug yourself your own hole. Now you just don't want to deal with this. Welcome, love.
all of those names of the people involved
Mhm.
have been wiped. Now, luckily, we have the archive versions, but that is a pretty alarming thing. Now, you're probably asking, why did that happen? Well, it has
Savvy.
to do with this
Madam
individual
Savvy.
right here, an artist named Savvy, who had this quote of Kabrutus's tweet saying, "It would appear I have rattled the cage, and they did not like my
Damn.
breakdown of their own membership list. Curious, if they're so proud of their work, why delete it?" Which leads us into a crazy rabbit hole. So, when we're talking about the recent controversies involving Gamergate, we have focused a lot on journalists and some of the unethical and really just incompetent behaviors they have been exhibiting in their coverage of this situation. But when we look at the work of Savvy here, what she has done is way, way beyond anything these games journalists are capable of, or at least have proved to be capable of, because she has done some deep research on all these organizations involved in this initiative, and it helps us kind of frame and understand who's really involved here. So we have to look at a couple of main players, beginning with Logically. This is one of the groups involved with this initiative. Logically, curiously enough, is actually focused on
Mm-hmm.
protecting the U.S. election process, which is odd for this whole situation. But that leads us to Middlebury
Because it
College.
because it's
Now, why
written
do we even
there.
talk
Take
about this
take this,
college?
the
Well,
company. Okay, now I see. So they're connected to certain organizations, and those organizations are connected to the government, and the government funds them, and those organizations funds it. Okay, now.
they recently announced a research effort that they're doing. It's a project that is in collaboration with the
Yeah,
director
it's in
of
there.
who else but Take This. Now, if you go to the government website of the US
Hmm.
Department of Homeland Security, you can see their publicly available list of grant applications. Now, if you search up Take This, you won't find anything. However, if you scroll down, you'll find a grant application involving the president and fellows of Middlebury College. Now, if you open that up, you will see their entire initiative here, a project title of Disrupting
And
Video Games Based Radicalization Through Collaborative Cross Sector Networks. You can see the applicant, Middlebury's Center on Terrorism, Extremism,
take
and
this.
Counterterrorism
No.
in
You must be
collaboration
wondering why I'm
with
making
Take
this video.
This
You must be
and
really wondering
Logically.
why. Because let me see. Even though I don't play big games because they're expensive in my country, but the main point of it is it's just how can I say this? It affects us. Okay, in some way, somehow. Okay, like back in the day when you play a game from a small company unknown, you really didn't care. You just like you didn't like. Nah. Maybe you tried their games, but you're like, nah. But nowadays, when a small company publishes a game, we're all on them, bro. We're all giving them our money, bro. I don't know. I haven't used money, but I don't know how many games I've played that are not from big companies, bro. Like a dedicate, like you seriously played, but they're just messing up. Like they brought out a new game called it's a pirate game. They said it's quadruple A. Like when the game is triple A, it's made by a big company. Resources are put there, high graphics, triple A. You know what I'm saying? But now they say it's four A's, so they expect the best. But no, it was just horrible. They ruined the definition of A. Triple A, double A, A. They ruined it. So this is gonna affect us some way somehow. Now, since we're calling it out, now they're running away because they prove that they're not profit and they're paid to just come into a games, just I don't know, throw around accusations that gamers are just these violent people who just like excluding everyone, just attacking everyone. We're just gamers, dude. We're just being weird, okay? It is what it is, okay?
And you can see they're abstract. We'll read the beginning of it. Over the past decade, video games have increasingly become focal points of social activity and identity creation for adolescents and young adults. Relationships made and fostered within game ecosystems routinely cross over into the real world and are impactful parts of local communities. Correspondingly, extremists have used video games and targeted video game companies or communities for activities ranging from propaganda creation to terrorist mobilization and training. Yes, anytime you start talking about national security threats like that, it's not surprising when you end up with a funds request of $700,000. Now you can go down here, you can see their problem statement, and it definitely aligns with everything that these related organizations have been claiming to go after. It says, countering extremism in games and gaming communities require a unique approach that considers the specific sociological, psychological, and cultural aspects of games. This program will improve knowledge and empower game developer and policymakers, building resilience to games-based radicalization by addressing these various objectives. Now,
when I hear the word
this is
empowerment,
definitely a very
I was like, okay, this is gonna end badly. This is gonna end very badly for us boys, us gamers, and girls too, this is gonna end badly, like really badly, like imp. Let me go back a little bit. Nah, let me know. But it's like, dude, can we just play a game? I get it, I get it. There are games out there that are online or that have a certain topic, or if you really dig deep, it's kind of bad. It's kind of bad. But why are the YouTubers doing more investigation on those topics better than the government? Okay? And it says empowering the developers. Yes, there are people who harass the developers. There are people who are just crazy out here having cults. But the thing I've learned is don't blame the game, blame the person. I'm not saying the gamer. There's some people who just play games. Everyone plays games, one another, right? But doesn't consider them a gamer. Some are just really messed up people who just using this to their advantage. They're not trying to enjoy this. They're trying to use this. Just like these people. They're not trying to make it enjoyable. They're trying to use it to just promote their stuff and get paid. It's all about money, but at least can you all get a piece of the pie? You get the money and I get the fun. No, now you get all the money, you get all the fun in this, and I just get the insults. I'm not getting paid to get an insult and getting some of what I love getting changed. It's not looking good for us boys. No.
interesting portion of this video. We have Savvy here who put together a 3.5 minute video that we are going to watch. This is quite literally looking like that Charlie schizo board meme from Always Sunny, where in this case, it's not just a schizo board. It is based on real organizations, all of which are involved in this movement. It is a very bizarre situation, and normally I don't play like longer videos like this, but I think it's very important to understand just how deep this all goes. And as always, there will be a link to this video and the related tweet in the description.
Mm-hmm.
I know my threads are dry, so it's video and visual aid time. All information can be found on my X page through a series of 3 threads at the time of making this. All sources are linked, and it is based off of publicly available information. This all started because a sweetbaby Inc. employee attempted a harassment campaign against a Brazilian man who goes by Cabrutus, who made a curation list on Steam with publicly available information documenting the games that SBI has worked on. Alyssa wrote an article for Kotaku defending SBI and omitting information about how it started, claiming it was a harassment campaign against SBI. Dr. Cowart wrote a blog post through TakeThis.org linking the Kotaku article. On the TakeThis.org website, they occasionally state they are funded by DHS. TakeThis.org has a partnership with Middlebury College and Logically AI, a data scraping company who wants to redefine the fact-checking business. They are a British-born company who use AI to monitor election misinformation and had a hand in the 2020 USA election. As of 2 years ago, they are partnered with Facebook as a fact-checker. They are also India's #1 fact-checker according to Wiki. These 3 entities received $669,000 from a DHS grant for a 2-year research project to monitor extremism and terrorist recruitment through gaming communities. But TakeThis.org is not directly
You
funded
can
through
recruit
DHS
gamers,
itself.
bro? We're the most laziest type of people to recruit, or the most antisocial types of people to recruit. You're not getting us into war, bro. Nah, hell no.
Word is also part of the Extremism in Gaming Research Network, or EGRN for short. They, together with the Royal United Services Institute, received $317,000 Canadian from the Minister of Public Safety of Canada. Several of the EGRN individuals currently work for RUSI and have since 2021. Through EGRN and its many members, there are current connections to policy advisory around the world and extremist research through the lens of gender studies. The co-founder says he's got current ties to the UN. Another member has spoken to the Affairs Select Committee and Intelligence and Security Committee of Parliament. Another has spoken to the
So
White
this
House.
is big. This
Several of
like
them to
it's
DHS
getting
and more.
like
And
it's getting support from even other countries, and damn it. Well, it's messed up. We're not making it. We're not just. Let's enjoy games from smaller developers. At least they're trying to make something, bro.
the EGRN's first look into extremism and political movements in gaming communities was through Brazil. Ties to their government exist and may be ongoing. EGRN has individuals who currently work and who are employed with GIFCT, which is the Global Internet Forum to Counter Terrorism, which was started by Facebook,
Yeah,
YouTube,
because those places are
Microsoft,
crazy.
and Twitter back in 2017. There are individuals tied to ISD, which is the Institute of Strategic Dialogue in Britain, where they state there is urgent need to build community trust and political consensus around extremism. Pre-existing ties exist through the EGRN to the World Bank, Facebook, various counterterrorism organizations, UNICEF India, and various other organizations with political ties. The ADL has a Balfour Fellow Funding Program, which is a program that advances the ADL's work by supporting groundbreaking research into online hate and harassment and implementing these projects to fight for just, equitable online spaces. In 2021, one of the EGRN members was a receiving member of the fund. The ADL itself, on the website, states that they will work with them to advance their research into online extremism. The ADL has come out recently as well, using the exact same language as these groups, taking interest in extremism through video games. My research has only begun, and every paper I read, I find a new connection to draw to. This is only taking into account a few members of the EGRN, so I am certain there will be more to discover. This is the fastest summary I can come up with for now, so please check out my threads on X if you'd like a detailed breakdown and to see the information yourself. Thank you for your time and have a good day.
So as you can see, the rabbit hole on this goes very, very deep. And shortly after this video was put onto Twitter, that was when the members list was taken down and scrubbed clean.
Ain't that suspicious, huh? Yeah, I'm just saying, ain't that suspicious? Like, come on, you just leave or like you just bail the moment you are found out where your money's coming from. I'm not seeing you in a good light here, buddy. I'm not. I'm really not. I really hope I would, but I really don't care, really. So yeah, that's been that video. You can watch the rest of it. I don't want to watch all of it. I feel like you kind of get the gist. They're trying to put a lot of walls around gaming, right? Yes, there's some messed up factors about gaming. There's some people who do messed up things to kids and stuff like that. Says a lot of stuff, do a lot of stuff that are unhinged. But it feels like instead of going for specific people in the gaming community, they go for everyone. Like they train like the whole. I don't know how do you call this method. It's like you surround everyone, then you go in at once. Until the culprits just come out. Then everyone who's innocent gets affected still because they're in the circle, right? So in some way, we're gonna get really restricted. Some games will the narrative will be very stiff. Let me just say that. Let me just say it like that. It'll be very stiff, very predictable, or very AI in my sense. Even though it's not AI, people using AI to make these things, but the way y'all are writing your games nowadays, it's starting to sound like AI to me. It's starting to sound like AI. Like bro, just I feel like they are. They just write AI, don't even read it, just give it to them. Then the actors just trying to take the money and go and live their life. They're not in the mood to just read this and say, "Hey, this doesn't sound right." And I'm doing my job here. So, boys, let's put our faith in small gamers, small game developers. Sorry, not this whole empowerment stuff like that. Empowerment, what? You're getting money and stability and insurance. That's more. That's enough empowerment for me, bro. So, man, this is getting very deep from a company that was not really funded or didn't really say it out loud that they're really funded, even though they legally have to show they're funded, but they hide it far away, places you wouldn't check, right? So I just hate this. And my mind is like, it's feeling like there's so much more to this, and it's gonna really be messed up for the gaming community. And not all of us are crazy, okay? Just a lot of us just don't want to go outside. That's it. It's been Triple Into King with another video. Hope you liked it. Like his video, like my video. Ref says. I just call him Ref says. I can't say the last part. I'm sorry. Ref says, like, subscribe, link description to the original video. Like and subscribe my video if you like it. Peace.